Hi everyone, good morning. Well, it is my morning. It's 9:10 over here. I just finished doing a double AMC virtual conference, and I apologize. I wish I had that feature where I could set up like notifications that pops up on my YouTube channel because I get information on these types of events like very last minute, and I'd love to share them with you all. However, I wanted to do this video to address a couple things. Yes, I know I've been gone a while. For any of you that have noticed, I'm totally fine. I have finished my first year. Towards the end, I didn't make any new videos because I was just kind of burnt out and wanted to enjoy being outdoors for being cooped up for so long. And during my summer, I did tons of stuff. I was in the primary care leadership program through the National Medical Fellowship. They gave me a 5 grand scholarship too, so I was really able to enjoy my summer. But I figure I can kind of give you guys all those nitty gritty updates at a later time because something else has kind of prompted me to make this video specifically. I've been doing quite a few like mentorship style events and getting a lot of feedback from my mentees, and there's been a kind of a subtle theme that I've noticed, and that is a struggle with self-worth and lack of confidence. And it disheartens me because I see so much value in a lot of the people that I interact with. Um, and and I think that you can really try to frame anything to your advantage. And what I mean by that is, for example, people who have taken a few gap years, whether they're being a stay-at-home parent or they're working as building up their own company, or think people who have not been for some period of time challenged themselves in an academic way in an academic setting. They see that, oh well, I haven't been in school for so long. I don't know how the adjustment period is going to be like. And the reality is, for med school, and I'm sure that most, if not all, students will say that it is very different from undergrad. How you study and the capacity that you're involved in is very different. It's very intense. So regardless, there's going to be an adjustment period for anyone. And I also like to relay it in this way. I like to put things into sports references, and when you do a track meet on a Saturday, right? You're not gonna run that Friday night because you want to keep your legs fresh, you want to keep your mind clear, you want to be able to lay it all down on the track that Saturday. And similarly, when you have taken some gap years, you have taken some time to mature, to reflect, to commit yourself in this career path, and that I think from a physician standpoint, from a faculty interviewer standpoint, right? They do. I think traditionally they likely probably have gone straight in, but they resonate with that because they know how much a sacrifice this profession is. So taking that time to really self reflect and to grow, I think that they appreciate that. And so I would encourage whether you've taken gap years or whether you haven't, to try to frame whatever state that you're in as an advantage, because that boost in self-confidence and that boost in self-worth will end up that will propel you in the long run. And I think that med school has so many inherent challenges that you need something that's going to keep you on track, that's going to keep you motivated, that's going to keep you moving. And it kind of is like that. You just need to keep moving. You just need to keep going through it. Another thing is, I actually struggle with my GPA. I'm a first generation college student. I know no one in the medical field at all. I'm a first generation high school graduate. I'm still learning English. Like there's tons of things, right? And I'll say another thing to that is that gives you tons of resilience. That gives you so much power and a different perspective that traditional medical students, that probably likely the majority of medical students don't have. Medical schools need people like you. They need people like you, not for the sense of them just increasing diversity within their med school, right? But to create a physician that's going to connect with the majority of their patients far more than anyone else will. And I should say likely, right? Because I'll just say likely. That will likely connect with their patients far more than anyone else will think about things and how to handle situations, and ways that are more strategic and ways that are more efficient, because they know how to connect and interact with people better. So I can relate to those applicants who have stretched themselves so thin, being involved with volunteer services, community work, advocacy, those types of things, because they felt that they were drawn to it, because they felt they had a duty to it, and a loyalty to it, and a loyalty to their community. And I could promise you, as an interviewer, they see that. They see the passion and the drive far more than they see someone who's a cookie cutter picture of what they felt that a med school applicant should be. Because let me tell you, there's so much value in clinical research. There's so much value in I don't know, saying that you were this dedicated during undergrad that you got in a 4.0, but that is sometimes not feasible for everyone, right? I mean, I personally was in a situation where I had to work. I should rephrase that. I did not have to work. I could have taken out more loan money, but I felt like I had to do that to not be a burden on my parents, and it didn't feel like a choice to me. It was a duty to me, and I proudly um, followed through with that. And these are values, I think, that are shared with people who have been put at a disadvantage, right? Because we don't want to make our parents proud. We want to make our community proud. We want to make our friends proud. We want to help and support and propel things forward. And I know I'm kind of rambling a little bit, but I think what I'm really trying to get at is that there is value in each and every one of your experiences, even if that means that you did do all this clinical lab research, because we need those people too. We need quote unquote traditional med school applicants too, but what we really need right now in this point in time is change. We need physicians who will look not just at the disease, not just at the person, but look at their community, their life setting. Look at how to propel things forward on a tangential, broad level in whatever specialty they are in. Not just primary care specialties, but everything, surgery, emergency medicine, everything. So I know I rambled a little bit, but I hope that gives you a little bit more encouragement and a little bit more motivation, because I've seen so many different kinds of people trying to get into medical school, and you all have value. You all have inherent value, and whatever you're putting your efforts in, just acknowledge that, and be realistic, right? Medical school is hard to get into. There are certain standards that they are expecting of you, but that doesn't mean you have to give up your life. That doesn't mean you have to compromise what you're passionate about, your hobbies, your interests. It doesn't mean that. In fact, I think that diversity in every sense of the word is more valued now than it has been ever. Um, and let's do our job, right, to make sure that that's not a phase, but that we prove them right. So anyway, I hope you have not been. I hope this has not been too much of a rant. I hope you have a great day, and please let me know if there's any specific topics that you want me to address. Now being a second year, that's been its own challenge, or whether it comes to the application process, personal statement, anything like that. But I would say, I would caution, myself included, anybody making like advice to you who are now in the application cycle, because things have changed so much. And so I can always give you my input, but just take it with a grain of salt. But anyway, if you have anything that you'd like me to expand on, please let me know. Have a great day.